Hey, it's Mr. Malte. Today we're going to look at features of Google Docs that help us organize information, like making things bold, changing the color, changing the font. Also fun things too. So let's get going. Let's do it. So I'm on Engaging Students, and hopefully you're there too. Remember, if you're not there, teachers just pause the video. This video will go fast unless you press pause. That's your wait time. So pause the video if you need to. So I'm going to go to Google Classroom. I can scroll a little bit. Get to Google Classroom right there. I have a giant screen, so I don't have to scroll, but you might. I can go to a new tab with the little plus and go over to the corner and hit the waffle and go to Classroom. It's another way. So 2 good ways to get to Google Classroom. Let's get there. Let's go to our class. And I've got an assignment. Hopefully your teacher does too. Getting used to Google Docs features. Sounds very serious. And I'm clicking. Now look, there's no work. Don't worry. You're going to create it. So teachers aren't going to give you a template this time. You're going to make it. Remember, you might have to pause. Wait, everyone's here. Pause. Let's get to add or create, and we're going to the blue one. That is a Google Doc. And at this point, boom, it should create it. For some of you, it might open up in a new window. And teachers just want to check they have a doc open. Pop-up blocked, and always allow. Yeah, see, mine got blocked. I'm turning it on. Boom. Make sure we all have a blue Google Doc, not a slide, not something else, not something weird. Here's our doc. We'll just do a quick doc about us. So I'm going to put my name. I'm going to click there, get my cursor going. Mr. Malte. Woo, Malte. I spelled my own name wrong. Here we go. Perfect. Good. Now sometimes what I do when I'm editing a doc a lot, I might go enter and put like a letter just like that. So enter letter, just so when I change the font a lot, I don't press enter and it's still my weird font. So I kind of do that sometimes with docs so I don't mess up all my fonts, because we're gonna be messing with things so much now. So go ahead, type your name, press enter, type a letter, enter, type a letter, and just have kind of what I have there. There's other ways I could do that, but that's good enough for us. Pause, get to that point where you have your name. Ready? Okay. Now, I sort of sneezed just before this. Okay. Now let's go. You can highlight by clicking and dragging. That's one way to do it. I also like clicking 3 times fast. 1, 2. That's just there. 1, 2, 3 is the whole thing. So 1, 2 does a word. 1, 2, 3 does a whole line. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or drag. Get used to that. Might pause. Do a little practice. Look right above this. Left align. Center. Right align. You practice clicking those? Move your words around by clicking those buttons. Do it now, my friends. Do it. And when you're done playing, boom, put it right in the middle. Good? Go ahead. Do it. All right, you back? Remember, you're pausing it each time. Pause, do an activity. Pause, do an activity. Now, this is kind of boring. We can make this more fun. We can make it bold. And we can underline. Let's do those 2 things, bold and underline, by clicking those. If it unhighlights somehow, make sure you go up and either click 3 times or drag like that. And I'm sure you've seen this. Ooh, let's make it a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, let's not go crazy. Don't do it like 1,000. Just, I don't know, 30 or sure, 34. Vroom. There's a shortcut for that. I don't know if I should show you. Control, Shift, comma. Hold on, Control, Shift, and comma, or period. Teachers, no, that's one for you. Control, Shift, comma, and period. It's one font size smaller and bigger. Cool, eh? All right. So, underline, bold, size. Should we change the color? Yeah, we should. Now, please, no, please, none of these colors at the top. But maybe a nice dark blue, or maybe a nice dark purple. We don't want to highlight. You just want to change the text color. That's pretty good. I like that. Okay. Now, I was trying to think. There's a font that I really liked. Was it? Just looking for my font real quick. Because we're going to change our font next. Oh, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea Market. You ready to change the font? Remember, click 3 times. We changed underline, bold, the color, the size. Now let's change the font. Font is the style of writing, and there's lots of fun ones in here. If you see one right in this first list you like, boom, go ahead and use it. But there's more. And you can search for fonts. If you knew some names of fonts, you're like a font genius. But display, there's some cool ones. And you can just scroll through. The first time you use it, oh, I like that chewy one for some things. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm actually going to search in there, Chelsea Market. Oops, click and press OK. Ha! I like that one. That one's kind of fun. Mr. Malte. All right, so we have font, color, justified, bold. What else? There's one other thing I'd like to do. Now we're going to do some sections. And we're going to use voice typing for this. So if you've already done a read-write lesson, remember you're pausing at each step. Now we're into what sections, and we're going to organize our information about us. I'm going to click the purple puzzle piece. If you've done a voice typing lesson already, you've done read-write, you know it's this one right here. This is my voice typing, period. I am typing with my voice, period. Awesome. And that's where the backspace can come in super handy. My family. Things that I like. My hometown. You can really decide what you want to have in there. I'm not being bossy. But these are the headers. These are what I'm going to use. So we can do some different things. Now we can do this by hand and just change these to bold and change the underline and all that. Or we could do another really slick thing. We could go up to Format, Paragraph Styles, and go Heading 1. Apply Heading 1. Boom! It's not that interesting. But it would change Format, Paragraph Styles, Heading 1. One thing that's cool though, if we made something really neat like this, we could go Format, Paragraph Styles, Heading 1, or Title maybe, Update Title to match. And now in this document, when I go Format, Paragraph Styles, Heading 1, Apply Title, boom, it made it the same as that. And remember, we're gonna mess things up now, and that's okay. So just showing you that you can go in, Format, Paragraph Styles, Heading 1, Apply Heading 1. You can do that. So if you had a fancy header, if I made this underline bold, and I made it quicksand, then I could go to Heading 1. Update. See, it's in Heading 1 now. Update Heading 1 to match. Oh, look at that. I changed them all. So that might be something that's a little bit complicated for grade 1s, and you don't have to necessarily do it that way, but we do want to know how to make different sections. The outcome is to make different sections based on like the bold and the underline and the font color, and just so we know that we're separating the information. As long as we're clear with that, we are good to go. We're ready to rock. Now this isn't in my list, but there is a really cool other thing. Hopefully do all that. Make sure you pause. One last thing with this video. There's this checklist. This is actually really cool because you can see Dad, Mom, brother, sister. And remember, if you don't know how to spell something, my cousins live with me too. Oh, and I made a mistake. T-O-O. So good luck. Practice all those things. There was a lot there, but just pause and have a good time, making sure you were able to change a section of a doc so that we can break that information up. Whew. Thanks for doing it. See you in the next one.